September's PlayStation State of Play ended with a surprise announcement from Sucker Punch. We saw a trailer for the upcoming game Ghost of Yotei, which is a sequel to 2020's Ghost of Tsushima. According to PlayStation blog, the game will be set in the year 1603, which is conspicuously the beginning of the Edo period. In short, the Edo period was a feudal military government in Japan established by Tokugawa Ieyasu after his victory at the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. Tokugawa Ieyasu was appointed shogun in 1603, marking the start of Tokugawa rule. He centralized power in Edo, which is modern-day Tokyo, and established a rigid class hierarchy with samurais at the top. This means that the game will be more than 300 years after the events of the first game. So unfortunately for fans of Jin Sakai, it seems certainly unlikely that Jin will be making an appearance in this game. The trailer begins in black and white Kurosawa mode, and features a burning building and a snow-capped Mount Yotei. Mount Yotei is an inactive volcano on the island of Hokkaido, Japan's second largest island. The last volcanic eruption occurred about 2,500 years before the events of this game. As the screen turns to colour, we see bloodstains on white snow and a wolf baring its teeth. The man who is narrating explains to the person he's talking to that people come north to disappear, and that is because at the time Hokkaido was isolated from the rest of Japan.
Every Ronin here is after you.
We then get a glimpse of a wanted poster. It basically gives us the person's age, which is 28-29 years, says that sightings have been made around Mount Yotei, and that there is a large bounty on the woman's head. The main character, who is later revealed to be a woman named Atsu, according to PlayStation blog, slays the man, and we get a close-up of her decorative sword guard, known as a tsuba in Japanese. It resembles a wolf and appears to play some important role in the story. Now, the tsuba on a katana has multiple functions. Not only does it offer protection for the user's hands, it also adds weight for better balance, and is also seen as a significant work of art. The designs are personalized and carry some sort of symbolic meaning or family crest. So this will probably be important to the story, and maybe an upgradable piece of gear. In the next shot we see Atsu, which by the way means love, affection or fondness, on her horse with a sash on her waist blowing in the wind. If you pause the video, you can see that she has crossed out one of the words with blood from her katana, but we'll come back to this a little later. At 1 minute 44 of the trailer, the music hits, and what stands out is the stringed instrument. You can see a beautiful shot of the mountain, and if you zoom in on Atsu, you can see a stringed instrument on her back. This will be more visible later on in the trailer. The instrument is called a sanshin, which means 3 strings, usually made of wood, nails and snakeskin. It has a warm sound and carries spiritual and ritualistic significance, and it's the main instrument you can hear in the trailer's music. We then get some beautiful scenery shots that look similar to Tsushima's, a gorgeous aurora in the night sky, all of the particle physics, and an intro shot to a duel. We have a shot here at 2 minutes 13 seconds. Here we can see Atsu facing off against at least 6 enemies on screen, with possibly a 7th that is obscured. They all have unique designs, so my presupposition is that they are all important characters to the narrative. It is difficult to make out, but the second one from the right could be the man who was slain at the start of the trailer. I only say that because they both have buns, but apart from that it's hard to make out any other detail. The next shot shows Atsu wiping blood over her sash. What is visible are 3 words in Japanese. The first word translates to spider, the second is snake, and the third I'm unsure about. My guess is that the sash is a hit list of some kind, which she wears while pursuing the people written on it. So it looks like Atsu is crossing off snake from her list. Going back to the 1 minute mark, we can see the tsuba on this blade pinning the wanted poster. And it is indeed a depiction of a snake, and maybe this guy right here. And if that character, hit number 1 at the beginning, is the snake, then it stands to reason that the remaining warriors from this shot are also named after different animals, with one named the spider. Ostensibly this is a revenge story, but for what misdeed? We don't know just yet, but it could tie back to the Battle of Sekigahara 3 years prior, which was one of the most important battles in Japanese history. We then see the wolf again trotting through mud, and a face reveal of Atsu, played by actor Erika Ishii, who I'm guessing will be called the wolf. The two seem to be able to communicate in some way. After doing some research, I learned that there was an Hokkaido wolf that was native to the island that was extinct sometime in the 20th century. It was a subspecies of the grey wolf that grew up to 80 pounds, and the Ainu people, who are the indigenous ethnic group of northern Japan, revered the wolf as a deity and called it the howling god. So perhaps there will be some mythology incorporated into this story. An image I found of a taxidermied Hokkaido wolf looks different to the wolf in the trailer, so this is either totally unrelated, or Sucker Punch redesigned the wolf to make it look more fearsome for the game. The trailer then ends by showing off some flashes of combat. First we see someone imbuing fire onto a blade. Then we see Atsu spinning a kusarigama, which is a sickle on the end of a chain used to entangle the limbs of enemies. We see a bit of sword fighting, and then it ends with a zoomed in close-up of Atsu shooting a firearm. There is more to say on gun use in feudal Japan, but for now I'm just happy the combat will be distinct from that of Ghost of Tsushima, just to give us some fresh gameplay that differentiates itself from Jin's. And that's pretty much everything I could gather from the announcement trailer. I'm sure there is more that I'm missing, and I can't wait to see more from this game. Let me know your thoughts about this trailer and the unexpected character swap in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.